Mahabharivachan. The girl felt silent. The labor was hard, scary, and long, and finally my father managed to deliver the baby successfully with the assistance of the old lady. The young girl was exhausted and sweaty at the end of the ordeal. She closed her eyes in despair and didn't even ask to see the baby. Hesitantly she asked, "Is it a boy or a girl?" "It's a girl," replied my father, while trying to check the baby's vital. "Oh my God, it's a girl," she cried. "Her life will be just like mine under the cruel pressure of the man in the family. And she doesn't even have a father," she began sobbing loudly. But my father was busy with the baby and barely heard her. Suddenly, the girl realized that something was wrong. "Doctor, why isn't the baby crying?" When she didn't get a reply, she continued, "I will be happy if she doesn't survive. She will be spared from a cursed life." My father held the baby upside down, gently slapped her, and instantly the baby's strong cries filled the room. When the men outside heard the baby cry, they opened the door and instructed him, "Doctor, get ready to leave. We will drop you back." My father cleaned up his patient, gathered his instruments, and packed his bag. The old lady began cleaning the room. He looked at the troubled young girl and said, "Take the baby and run away from this place. If you can find it in your heart to do so, go to Pune and look for Pune Nursing School. Find a clerk there called Gokhale and tell him that RH has sent you. He will help you get admission in the nursing course. In time, you will become a nurse and lead an independent life with the ability to take care of your own needs. Raise your daughter with pride. Don't you dare leave her behind, or else she will end up suffering like you. That's my most sincere advice for you." "But doctor, how will I go to Pune? I don't even know where it is." "Go to the nearest city of Belgaum, and then from there you can take a bus to Pune." My father said goodbye to her and came out of the room. An old man handed him 100 rupees. "Doctor, this is your fee for helping the girl with the delivery. I warn you, don't say a word about what happened here today. If you do, I will learn of it, and your head will be no longer be attached to the rest of your body." My father nodded, suddenly overtaken by a sense of calm. "I'm sorry," he said. "I think I forgot my scissors in the room. I will need it tomorrow at the clinic." He turned around and went back inside and saw the young girl gazing at the sleeping newborn with tears in her eyes. When the old baby's back was turned towards him, my father handed over the money to the girl. "This is all I have with me right now," he said. "Use it and do what I have told you." "Doctor, what's your name?" she asked. "My name is Dr. R.H. Kulkarni, but almost everyone calls me R.H. Be brave, child. Goodbye and good luck." My father left the room and the house. The return journey was equally rough, and he finally reached home at dawn. He was dead tired, and soon sleep took over. The next morning, his mind wandered back to the first patient in the village and his first journey. He became aware of his shortcomings and wished he was better qualified in the gynecology. However, his current shortage of the funds made him postpone the dream for another day. A few months later, he got married and shared his dream of becoming a gynecologist with his wife. Time passed quickly. He was transferred to different places in Maharashtra and Karnataka and had 4 children along the way. By the time he turned 42, the couple had carefully saved enough money for further education, and my father decided to pursue his desire. So he left his family in Hubli and joined Egmore Medical College in Chennai and fulfilled his dream of becoming a gynecologist surgeon. He was one of the rare male gynecologists at that time. He went back to Hubli and started working at the Karnataka Medical College as a professor. His sympathetic manner towards the underprivileged and his genuine concern for the women and girls he treated made him quite popular both as a doctor and as a teacher. The same concern reflected in his liberal attitude towards his daughters, and he allowed them to pursue their chosen fields of education, which was unheard of in those days. My father was an atheist. God doesn't reside in a church, mosque, or temple. He would often say, "I see him in all my patients." If a woman dies during childbirth, then it is a loss of one patient for a doctor, but for the child, it is a lifelong loss of a mother. And tell me, who can replace a mother? Despite his retirement, my father's love for learning did not diminish and he remained active. One day he went for a medical conference to another city. There he met a young woman in her 30s. She was presenting cases from her experience in the rural areas. My father found her work interesting and went to tell her so after the presentation. Doctor, your research is excellent. I'm quite impressed by your work, he said. Thank you, she said. Just then someone called out to my father, Ahesh, we are waiting for you to go grab some lunch. Will you take along? The young woman asked, What's your name, doctor? Dr. R.H. Kulkarni or R.H.? After a moment of silence, she asked, Were you in Chandagarh in 1943? Yes. Doctor, I live in a village around 40 kilometers away from here. May I request to come home right now for a brief visit? My father was unprepared for such an invitation. Why was she calling him to her house? Maybe some other time, doctor, he replied, hoping to end the matter. But the woman was persistent. You must come, please. Think of this as a request for someone who has been waiting for you for years now. My father was puzzled by her enigmatic answer and still refused, but she pleaded with him. There was something in her eyes, something so desperate that in the end he gave in and accompanied her to the village. On the way to the village, both of them exchanged ideas. She spoke animatedly about her work and her findings. As the two of them approached her residence, my father realized that the house was also a nursing home. He walked in through the front door and saw a lady in her 50s standing in the living room. The young woman next to him said, Ma, this is Dr. O.H. Is he the one you have been waiting for all these years? The woman came forward, bent down, and touched her forehead to my father's feet. He felt his feet getting wet from her tears. It was strange. Who were these women? My father didn't know what to do. He quickly bent forward, placed his hands on the older woman's shoulders, and pulled her up. Doctor, you may not remember me, but I can never forget you. Mine must have been your first delivery. Still, my father couldn't recognize her. A long time ago, he lived in a village on the border of the Maharashtra and Karnataka. One night, it was a heavy downpour, and you helped me, a young unmarried girl, then through childbirth. There was no delivery table in the room, so you converted the stacks of paddy sacks into a makeshift table. Many hours later, I gave birth to your daughter. In a flash, the memories came flooding back, and my father recollected that night. Of course, I remember you, he said. It was the middle of the night, and I urged you to go to Pune with your newborn. I think I was as scared as you. You gave me 100 rupees, which is what my family paid you for the delivery. It was a big amount in those days, and still, you handed it all over to me. Yes, my monthly salary was 75 rupees then, added my father with a smile. You told me your last name, but I couldn't hear it because of the deafening sound of the rain. I took your advice, went to Pune, found your friend Gokhale, and became a nurse. It was very, very hard, but I was able to raise my daughter on my own. After such a terrible experience, I wanted my daughter to become a gynecologist. Luckily, she shared my dream too. Today, she is a doctor and is also married to one, and they practice there. At one point, I spent months searching for your badge with no luck. Then we heard that you have moved to Karnataka after the reorganization of the state departments in 1956. Meanwhile, Gokhale also passed away, and I lost all hope of ever finding you. I pray to God to give me a chance to meet you, and thank you for showing me at the right port at the right time. Happy Diwali.